Wha-bam! So, here is what we're looking at right now. Okay. So, if you haven't been living under a rock, there is news coming out that the Microsoft layoffs that I have been kind of reporting on or talking about on my videos and streams the last couple of weeks is going to be a lot worse than projected, and that a lot of the stuff is quite literally just the tip of the iceberg. So, the first thing that's going to happen is that it is more and more people from internal sources in Xbox, as shown by Pirate Nation reporting on it. You know, George Broussard, don't know who the hell that is, but he's an insider, could close several studios. It's going to be like the media that took out the dinosaur. And you know what? As much as people hate the media that took out the dinosaurs, right? Without that meteor, we wouldn't exist. So I think this is going to be opening up for new things to come, in my opinion. But yeah, it's going to be the biggest rounds of layoffs the industry's ever seen. So what we saw, a year ago before that with massive closures and everything, that's not even going to be an issue. That's rookie numbers in regards to what we're about to see. Like it could literally be like 5, 6, 7 studios shut down. Even the big like Activision's going to see a 50% reduction. HR departments are going to go poof. Get Thanos snapped. And supposedly it's gonna make Xbox extremely unpopular, but unfortunately, I think it's gonna make them incredibly popular. I think the new CEO, I don't know her name off the top of my head, she's gonna come in, and she came in and she's just doing what Elon Musk did. It's like, okay, we have 15, 30, 20, 30, however many studios, and like only 5 of them made a game in like the last 5 years. And of those 5, only like 2 studios are profitable. Why are we keeping you guys on the budget? Why are we keeping you on payroll? It's just getting out of hand, especially with like the rising costs of everything. It's getting ridiculous. And then if we go over here, these are going to be the supposed studios that are going to be coming down. Double Fine Productions, we talked about them. Undead Labs, State of Decay 3. Compulsion Games, South of Minute, Ninja Theory. Those are the 3 that we definitely know for sure. Undead Labs seems like it's not going to happen, but it might. It's not until State of Decay 3 drops. But like, what did these guys drop in the last 8 years? These are studios. Look at this. Like, what is almost 500 jobs getting paid 6 figures, right? Every year. 435 jobs at risk for a whole year. And like State of Decay 3, what are you even looking at for State of this? Let's pull up State of Decay 3. I played the second one and it's nothing like the first one, but like you look at this stuff, I'm just like, it doesn't necessarily look appealing. Mind you, it's horrible quality audio, video quality, but like the State of Decay 2, I didn't really like, but like this is gonna be, I don't know, this is a background. This is State of Decay 2. Like I don't even care what I'm looking at. And like this kind of looks like Rust the Zombies, bro. Like it's not something I'm super duper excited for, but it most likely is going to see some numbers. But let's be honest. Who played State of Decay 2? I did. I played on release. It took them like 4 years for the game to be decent. And how much did that cost? And you look it down, it's like Double Fine. I don't remember who the hell Double Fine is. Ninja Theory, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that did Hellblade. And I forget what Double Fine did. And Compulsion Games, they made South of Midnight, right? South of Midnight that cost $100 million, and it made like $20,000. I'm sorry, you're just. If I am a CEO of a company and I see here's one of my divisions, that division costs me $100 million, and they made me $80K, and made is loose. It was more like they only lost me $920 million, or sorry, $999,020,000. Get them out. They're not making me money on Game Pass. Game Pass is sucking up a ton of like direct purchases. That's why we have to say players instead of purchases. And these companies just aren't making me money. They're not making me money. Why would I want to keep you open if you're not making me money? I don't care if there's 435 jobs at risk in case someone doesn't want to come buy us. Like, look at Arcane Studios. Arcane Studios, Arcane Lion, whatever the hell it's called, Arcane, the guys that made Redfall, they sucked. I know that there's a new Blade game. Let's see. So it's Marvel's Blade, and no gameplay footage, nothing. It's in limbo. If we actually click on the Reddit post, 5 months ago, right? So 5 months ago, it's in limbo. They showed off. I don't think there's even. I think there's just a teaser trailer. There's no gameplay, nothing. I hope they don't close it. I kind of don't want Arcane to go anywhere near a vampire game, but like Blade, like you could make a really good like Spider-Man-like game as Blade, and have him run around his city. I think isn't he in New York, right? His tends to be in New York, right? I'm pretty sure Blade's based in New York, but yeah, going back to what I'm saying, Blade. How much is that going to cost? Like Spider-Man 2, like the new Spider-Man, right? How much did that cost? We're looking at that. It's like, okay, well, Spider-Man 2 cost what was like $300 million. And even with its gangbuster sales, it didn't make much money. It only made like $50 million or something like that, because it was an astronomical price. Even some of the new games like Gears of War E-Day, that game has to sell, not players, sell. Was it 6 million copies for it to make its money back? It's just not going to happen. And then you got these losers at these other studios like Hellblade. Like, I'm sorry, Ninja Theory. The first game was you were a one-hit wonder effectively with your first game, and after that nobody cared. I think it had like 1,000 players for the second one, and now you're trying to make the next one. Nobody's buying. Nobody cares. And it's like, how can I blame Xbox management from looking at the numbers, just saying, hey, there's just nothing we can do here. And this is where it starts getting even more ridiculous, is that even third-party development, so third-party games and developers and all that stuff, they're done signing deals with Game Pass. Game Pass is gonna be what's ever coming, and after that, no more. So it's just gonna be Xbox exclusive things, and they're going to do more and more layoffs to save money. If they cancel these projects, we don't have to pay you X amount of money, and we're just not going to have your game. And if they sell it on Xbox, we take a cut. It's supposedly a rumor, but it's gonna happen, and we're just looking at this, and it's like, even Game Pass is gonna get gutted. Like Game Pass is supposed to be the money maker here in this situation, and even that's going to get gutted. And they're temporarily stopping new agreements and stuff like that as they restructure. The new CEO is clearly restructuring. You have all these companies not making money. You have all these devs whining, oh my, they're ruining the creative flow. But you have to do this. You have to. Like, how much in the hole is Xbox? Like, it's going to be 400 or 500 jobs. I'm thinking once it's all said and done and reported, it's probably going to be 2,000-3,000 jobs. I know that they cut this off, and I think they also had let's see, do I have it saved? They're also unionizing, so we'll talk about that in a second. But where is it? Yep, vendors and PR agency, right? So from Grums here, has been canceling vendors and their PR. This PR agency is the one that's been trying to make them money forever, right? And what if you know anything about Xbox, is that their PR has been garbage for years, and we've still had the same crappy agency running them, and now they're getting cut off, and everyone's like, oh no. And you have these people, it's like, it's a great cleansing. The great journey has begun. The Halo rings are firing, boys. Get them out of here. Like everyone's like, anyone that's played video games is like, oh yeah, no, we want to see this happen. It's terrible. Yeah, vendors and cutting. Their main assembly has started layoffs. So the assembly is their PR agency that they've been working with. They are now shut down. Fuck them. I hate these people. Not because they've done anything to me, but because their sheer existence has caused me issues. Now you might be thinking, that sounds kind of ridiculous. How does their sheer existence cause you issues? They're the reason why we have games that look like ass. They're hyping this shit up, and they're hyping up garbage, and I'm supposed to just sit here and pretend it's good, like, oh, no, you know, it's delicious stuff. Like, have you seen South of Midnight? It won so many awards. Assembly, PR, pay them off, PR. And these are the people involved, and it's ridiculous. So now you're thinking, well, what do the devs think about this? What do the devs think? What's going on with this? Well, unionized Xbox employees are pushing back against the company's looming layoffs and have outlined various demands. How the fuck are you going to tell me that these crappy employees that have done nothing for everything, like, you look at this tier list on IGN, right? Halo, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, those are the only fucking games making anything, right? But yeah, earlier today, the CW Communications Workers of America held a press conference in which various unionized spoke out against Microsoft. The conference was held ahead of reported layoffs at Xbox, which is supposed to be a bloodbath. It's also paid for a reminder last year, 9,000 people lost their jobs across the entire company, not just Xbox. So you got the union guys, they're bitching about risk of closure. Did you guys make money? It's like, how dare you not respect the art in my mind? It's like, I don't give a fuck about your stupid art, okay? You know what I'm saying? I do not care. If your art costs me $100 million and it doesn't make me anything, goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Your art, guess what? You can take that art, go back to McDonald's and go work there, okay? Because you ain't working here. Asha Sharma celebrated the win, and it's despite winning the Peabody Award, South of Midnight. What the fuck? Nobody cares what awards South of Midnight won. I don't care what your developers did. I don't care what Metacritic was saying. If they won a fucking Oscar, the game made $100,000. It sold to 10 people. You got to understand, right? This modern audience that played South of Midnight, it was quite literally just insiders given the game. The only person that played it was Asmongold. He is the largest viewed content creator that played the game. No one else played it. Are you serious? The Roach King is the reason why this game even got any eyes. It sold like, what, 10,000 copies? Are you fucking kidding me? And they're complaining that it doesn't matter. Oh, we can't get rid of these people. And like, negotiate to find new owners and go independent. It doesn't matter. You're not going independent. You're getting shut down. They're taking the IPs down the drain. Get rid of them. Speakers that they were growing frustrated as Microsoft hadn't given all the union reps time to bargain, with one CWA member saying that Microsoft has sat on a proposal for 4 months. One member did give the World of Warcraft bargaining team at Blizzard saw real gains this past weekend. Real fucking gains. Wow. Goodbye. Speakers are also, including advance notice of layoffs, 2 years recall rights, but to be right if their position reopen after layoffs, adequate severance, voluntary severance to avoid involuntary layoffs, and for Microsoft to transfer impact staff to other studios or roles of the law. They're also hoping to cement protections for all workers, not just those who are unionized. So here is what's happening, right? They're walking around with their little picket signs. We want a job. We want a job. You can't take our jobs. You can't take our jobs. And guess what? They're getting rid of your job. Oh, we won't work if you don't meet our demands. I don't care. You're fired. What are they arguing about? These devs wasted 8 years, hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're coming out and be like, oh, how could you do this to us? How horrible is this that you just, oh, woe is me. Why did you do this to us? Like, this came out of nowhere. My studio won an Oscar. And it made $5,000. It made about $350, and you're telling me that Microsoft has to keep your shitty fucking dev studio open because it won an award? And then like, oh well, she celebrated the award on X. Of course she did. That's the last little hurrah you're gonna get until you're getting cut off. Until security comes in and takes your shit. What are these people doing? There's probably there's hundreds of jobs, right? In these companies that are getting gutted, right? And we're sitting here, and I'm just like, what are they doing? How do you have 100 devs making a game like this? There's probably like 10 coders and a middle manager actually making the game, and everyone else is just fucking HR, right? You have like 90 people doing nothing. and then they probably like used AI to make the music anyways. And it's like, oh yeah, no, it's so hard. You don't understand the development process. And it's just, well, clearly you don't either because you're getting fucking fired. And we're saying, oh, the voices heard said that we have a long track record of good faith partnership with labor organizations generated. So you just have these unions trying to muscle Microsoft. We refuse to be left in the dark, as the company said, in a way that seriously affects us all. Said ZeniMax Online Studio. Oh, guess what, Morgan? Going, goodbye. You're going next. It's like, oh, how dare you not give us golden parachutes and give us the basically be forced into rehiring us if you open the position. Why would we want to rehire you? Like, if we fired your ass and called it a layoff, right? Why would I want to rehire you for this position that we had open because some other group of people made good on their promise, and you're trying to get back in the company? Like, what is this? It's completely ridiculous. I can't believe it. This is literally just whinging by a group of people claimed that Microsoft's honestly created problems. Okay, you know what? Fair. Microsoft and Xbox did make these problems, right? You got price hikes coming for the consoles. Everything's more expensive quite literally because Microsoft made it this way. Now, I will have to say, Microsoft is not the only one to blame for you getting laid off at ZeniMax. It's not the only one to blame for you getting laid off at Arcane Studios. You made Redfall, you made South of Midnight, you made Senua, whatever the hell Blade, and nobody played it. You cannot expect to have a job after failure. And it's not just oopsie poopsie, there's a bug in the code that we have to iron out. This is 100% just, why in God's green earth do you still have a job? If I cost my company that I work for, my minimum wage slave job, $100 million, they take my ass to prison. Like, so early players are playing more, executives calling a reset. Yeah, of course they're resetting. Diablo, Mahreen Fatima echo the sentiment, point out Microsoft's investment in AI, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if you're not using, additionally, right, why would they need so many developers when the new AI tools that are coming out effectively reduce the need for all of this? Like, one guy could probably do the work of 10 people with the new AI tech going around. And I'm sorry, but like, everyone's going to use this AI no matter what you say. It's not just going to not happen. My coworkers just want to focus. Blizzard senior editor Allison, senior editor. What position is that? Senior editor. I think I found someone getting restructured. I'll tell you that much. Stated the lack of protections would make it harder for people to do their jobs, create issues for trying to make great games. Okay, let's sit down for a second. What was the last great game Blizzard made? Diablo 4? Wasn't that good. Overwatch in 2016. Overwatch 2 exists. Want to know why? Because they needed to overhaul Overwatch 1 and then make you pay another $60 to play it. How can I make good games if I'm scared of being laid off? You wouldn't be scared of being laid off if you were actually making good games now, would you, honey? Would you? Oh my God. Drains away. They don't want to spend every day worrying about whether a round of that's coming. I'm going, am I taking fucking crazy pills? Okay, lady. Or is this a lady? I think Allison's a lady's name. If I lived in your house and I just bummed on you, would you kick me out? 100%. That's what you guys are fucking doing. You ain't making games. Demand that you respect our labor and our games. Your games, no one's playing them. Get out, dude. Together we built a huge... What community? No one played the fucking game. No one played the game from these companies. You got this Blizzard, middle management costing, Xbox and Blizzard 100, 200K a year, right? This little fucking... But Activision QA tester Andrew Fatima both made it clear that Microsoft don't just inflict the loss on the players. What players are being impacted? We have to play you know how the players are getting impacted? We have to play your shitty fucking games anymore, dude. Don't disrespect the developers. You know who's been disrespecting the gamers the most? The fucking devs, dude. Like, what are we talking about? It's like Halo is queer. You know, stuff like that shit. It's like, I don't fucking care. What do you mean disrespect the developers? Of course I'm gonna disrespect you. Lives of together we built the touched the lives. Who are you talking about? Who are these people? You didn't touch anybody. Well, maybe you did as like you're touching kids, but Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's like your main goal is achieving the modern audience, and you're just completely whiffed. And it's insane. I can't, my brain literally can't wrap my head around this, is how out of touch these people are. You have probably tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people celebrating this, right? Every time, like outside of like the microcosm of Reddit, everyone's happy. No one's like, oh my God, Xbox layoffs. What? You know what they're actually fucking, yeah, burn it down. Burn it down. I want to see them on spikes showing up their ass, the Impaler style. You know, that's what we're working with. And then they're so fucking snobby. Together we built a huge community and touched the lives of millions of gamers everywhere. What fucking planet are you from, bro? What planet, dude? I can't believe it. You know, these union people and like all these people whining is ridiculous. But yeah, now it's like numerous devs slam the management. Oh no, don't disrespect the developers. All that. You know what? This was posted yesterday. I won't necro post that because you know it's Reddit and all. But my God, dude, okay. You know what? I will. You know, I this is gonna be the thumbnail for the video, boys. But let's pull it up. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. This is what I think about. Damn it, where? Oh yes, it's there. We go. This is what I think about this. What are we doing? We're not making any money. All of this shit's happening, and it's so sad. And I still can't believe this crap that like I'm supposed to just roll over and let these people waste money, and they expect their own company to do that, and it's ridiculous. And now, like, remember, this is just Xbox. Xbox is the first round. They're talking about how this is going to cause major ripples in the entire industry. I think PlayStation is going to start gutting their own stuff. There's literally nothing you can do to stop this from happening. This is the sword of Damocles, and it's going to drop. And I think in the next couple of months, that sword's going to drop, and a lot of people are going down. The best part is it seems like these guys don't have golden parachutes, so they really are just out of a job. And maybe that's not the best part. Maybe that's a little bit of Sheldon fraud on my own. I think that's kind of rude. But come on, dude. Half of these people, why are they hired? And this is what the new CEO is asking. It's like, who the hell are these people? Why are we even moving on with them? And I just can't believe it. It's so ridiculous. And it's like, oh yeah, here comes the unionized members, all this crap. Oh my God. Oh, the company's not even owned by Xbox. That's hilarious. That one's hilarious. Yeah, the company's not even owned by Xbox. And then we're like, we have this whole thing now with Sony and Xbox moving away from physical media and stuff like that. It's just nuts. But yeah, I know the real win is getting rid of this PR agency though. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all in regards to this. But yeah, it's just it's bad. It's not looking good for whoever these people are. Like if you're part of those 400, 500 people that are getting laid off, toodaloo, man. Seems like you're not even gonna get a chance to be rehired. So that'll be all. It's gonna be some Halo.